It's a perfect situation.
Hello, this is Liz. Welcome to my little open homestead. A few years ago I started cutting back, economising things that we didn't use much but were costing money, trying to do without them. Which was fairly easy because the first one was my trike and I only used that to go to rallies on, so got rid of the trike and changed one or two other things, but that mindset was catching, and about a year, 18 months ago, Lurch came up with a couple of ideas to economise and save money, and we implemented them and it's worked out fine. My son has moved into a flat last year and he's had to buy stuff for the flat, and he's actually caught this economising bug off me to a certain extent. He wanted cushions on his sofa, but they're all flowery ones and he does not want flowery ones in his man cave. So he came up with an idea of possibly using t-shirts, because he has this video box once a month that comes with different things from different videos and that, and there's always a t-shirt in it. Sometimes he wears it, sometimes he doesn't. So he's got quite a few of them. So he brought me a couple of t-shirts down, and he says he'll just have to get some filler for the cushions. The sofa that we used to have, before the one we've got now, used to have cushions all across the back of it, because it was a hard back. And when we got rid of it, I saved all the cushions. So I've got quite a few of the innards. So he brought me the t-shirt down and I made them into cushion covers for him, using the cushion inserts that I'd got. He brought enough down for do two and thoroughly loved them, so brought me some more t-shirts down. So I've done another two for him, and this is one of those, possibly see it and not. And this is just a quick little video showing you basically how I made it, because I'm doing this intro after I've actually done the video, because this is the one that we made on the video. Nice big soft cushions, cost nothing, so it's infectious, so be careful. So basically, they're so simple, it's unbelievable. It's get your t-shirt and cut it into a square. If you've already got the stuffing for a cushion, then use that cushion as a guide of roughly the size. It will fit in because t-shirts stretch a bit and the cushion will push in a bit. But if you've only got a small cushion, you could cut it a smaller size, so you'd have that on it. But while I was doing these, I thought, might as well share it with everybody. So I am doing a day and I have a rest part the way through that. But I've done 2 days on the trot, so I need to rest and not do much. But I get bored! So I'm doing things. So basically, you just... The first thing I do is find just underneath the collar, take it out so it looks sort of straight. That looks sort of straight to me. It doesn't really matter. And then just
slice along it. I've only got a small one of these boards, so I have to do it in two. And the easiest thing to do is to actually slide it. Rather than sliding your material, slide that under it and your material stays very more static. It stays, doesn't all fly all over the place. But I've got one of these cutting board, these perspex things, so it gives me a rough guide and gives me a nice straight edge anyway to build in. And yes, I have got used to this circular. I have got used to the circular thing, but sometimes, like here, especially in the seam, it's just not quite nipped it, and I didn't start from the beginning, so that's now waste. And we'll do the sides. I could use scissors, but I won't get used to using this, which I have done now, because I've done quite a bit of sewing. Same again, just slide it down. Now you could use just one t-shirt and don't do the sides like I'm doing. Just sew across the top, and the bottom is where you put buttons or whatever, so you can get the filling into it. So your seams there are cut. But my son wanted a pattern on both sides, and a t-shirt normally does not have a pattern on the back. This one doesn't. So I'm cutting it, so I've got the front with this board logo on it, well, this board pattern on it, and then I'll be doing this t-shirt exactly the same, cutting out so that it'll have that on one side and board on the other side. So when I've cut them both down, I'll bring you back. What I've done now is lay it out, put the top together, pin it down the sides. Now obviously with them being two separate items, as you can see, with them being two separate items, one may have been worn and washed several times, the other one only once or twice. They're made by different people and that, so they're not exactly going to fit from side to side. So as you can see here, so make sure you sew to the smallest one. You could stretch it to reach to the other one, but I aren't bothering. But just sew it down, and one of them turn over so it becomes a flap, so that when it's reversed, you know, the outside that's now on the inside becomes the inside. It'll have a flap on the inside to hold the cushion filling. So I'm just going to run the machine along it. Be back to you in a minute. There you are. I've stitched it round, and there's a flap, and this piece that comes out here that you can't see because I've used black cotton, I've just zigzagged across it. You can zigzag and stop these from fraying, but t-shirts don't tend to fray that much anyway, and you can see where I've sewn, possibly, because I used the thread that I was going for the other one, which was blue, and this one's black. Right, and so now you just turn it the right way out, and there's your cushion. There's the one I made before. You didn't see those t-shirts, I'd already cut them out when I decided to actually make this video. It's a bit better. Now this bottom, see the cushion goes in, the flap, it's in there. Now you can, if you want, put press studs You can, if you want, put press studs along here to basically hold the flap up, or just leave it like that, because it's going to be sitting on your sofa like that, so what's the point? If you want press studs, then I'll put in some press studs on. You could even do it all fancy with ribbons and bows all the way around it and everything. Boris a man, so no. He likes his video games. There's 4 t-shirts I've used there, so the backs of all of them, I've saved that material. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll do something with it. Might take me a while to figure out what, but I'll do something with it. Thank you. Bye.